So hello,
Hello.
Natasha. How are you
Nice to
today?
meet you. I'm good, and you?
Thank you. I'm good, and very nice to meet you too.
You too.
And thanks for talking to me about Realize and Accessible Montreal. And Natasha, you wanted to talk a little bit about your health issue.
My health issue, yes.
And
I really don't get judged, but I guess I get called like names like Shorty. I don't know, like I have like a nickname ever since I was young, Froggy, because I like to swim. But I guess I don't know if it's because of the way I swim or just the way I was brought up for swimming. I don't
so
know.
you find that
But
people say odd things to you, and
and
you're
like
not sure.
people ask me like about my toes that like stick up and stuff. They're like, did you have an accident? I'm like, no, I was kind of just born that way. I was born small, but I was born with like toes that like stick up. So I have like I like to hide my toes usually in
So
my
how
sandals.
is it for you when people seem to feel free to make such, those are very personal comments.
Yeah, like.
How is that for you?
Well, like I guess a lot of people don't know that we have like different issues and different ways that we were born and different,
Right.
I guess not but physical challenges, and we each have like whatever fingers, toes that we have are different, and people shouldn't really make comments. They should like just like I guess come on and just I guess ask you politely instead of just saying it like that,
Or ask you at all.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, do you feel free to just walk up to people and
No, I
comment on their
don't.
bodies?
No, I don't. I
It's
don't
rude.
judge people at all. I
rude.
love the way people are like in wheelchairs, and I love the way people have like different disabilities than me, and it gets me to know like new people and new faces and make new friends, meet new challenges. Face it forward, just challenge yourself every day, push yourself as hard as you can or as fast as you can, and just learn to deal with your issues and take it one day at a time.
Isn't that interesting? I really love the diversity, like
Yeah, different
of people,
cultures.
of what we look like,
Yeah.
cultures, what we
Yeah.
look like, what we sound like, how different our bodies are.
And especially
One from
like
the other.
everyone tells me, oh, you look so young, like you look like you're like 18 or 20, and like I'm like, no, I'm kind of like 38 going on 39 in January.
So how does that feel? How do you deal with it?
I guess,
Because that's a judgment
yeah,
about
like
maturity as well, right?
exactly.
To me, you don't look 18,
No.
and you don't speak like you're 18.
No, I
You
don't.
sound more mature, right?
Yeah, I had to learn how to grow up fast. I do have a 18-and-a-half-year-old, and I've learned to deal with so many comments that I don't let it get to me. And
Daughter or son?
I have a son, and
Okay.
he works and he goes to school at Dawson, and he's gonna be 19 in December on the 4th. He's a Sagittarius.
Okay.
So I'm proud to
The
have
archer?
him, and I look up to him, and I wish I could be like him. He's a genius at computers, and I wish he could help me.
You
with
want to be a computer genius?
Yes, I wish I could be at the same time, but I'm not. So I find it's very difficult to handle the computer situations when there's like people yelling at me in my face. I'm like, I kind of have to
Who's
like,
yelling in your
like,
face?
there's like a guy here at the center that teaches computers, but I think it's like more or less French, and like I find he doesn't have the patience to teach that sort of class. Like I think it's like a math graph something or other on
Well,
the
you know, if
computer.
someone's yelling, you have the right.
I know I have the right to tell Melissa,
and to speak
but
to staff about it.
yeah, but I don't want to get people in trouble. That's not the kind of person that I am. I don't want them losing their jobs just because they're yelling.
Doesn't mean they're going to lose their job. It means they're going to stop yelling. You have a right to be treated with respect, Natasha, at all times, in all situations.
No, but I just like joined the center, and I didn't think there was a guy that was just gonna be like getting up all in my face and oh, you should know how to do this. You should know how to, like, it's my first time going on the program at Excel. And
Sorry,
so I'm
somebody who works here just looked.
Yeah,
at it.
I know. It's okay. I know who it is.
Okay. You have a right to be treated with respect.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
not be yelled at, and not be spoken
Exactly.
to in a much too personal manner about your appearance.
I know.
Yeah.
And So like, it's nice that the people are nice here, but I was just like, whoa, like I just like backed up and I like didn't say anything. I just felt like telling Melissa, but I didn't tell her. But it's just like, I kind of don't like to be around that guy, especially when I see him like every morning now, and like I kind of like just like stay away from him, and like like me and him, I guess we just have different personalities. When I'm just learning how to do like Excel, the program, and like I know how to do Word, but I don't know how to do Excel. So I guess
learning.
Yeah, so I'm just learning, So that's a challenge for me.
Well, I'll tell you what, Natasha, once we're finished our interview here, I'll turn off the camera and we're going to talk to someone about what's happening for you, okay? Sounds like you need some support and some answers there. Okay. So, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Accessibility in Montreal,
support. There's a lot of support from the center that I went to, the Wellington Center on Deliglis, and I'm not sure I think it's just the Wellington Street or something, Deliglis and anyways, we have we have a lot of people here at the Action Center that can support you and talk to you and help you, and they're very kind, they're very patient, they're very understanding. They just take the time to talk with you and say good morning, and they ask you how you are, and
nice.
So yes, you're capable of talking to them.
Sounds like they're very caring.
Yes, it is.
And you were telling me, well, there's one more thing we had talked about previously. You said that when you went to a certain store, you were carded.
Yeah, I was carded getting my grandmother's lotteries. Because now they have the 18 and up, where I guess you have no choice but to show your Medicare card or your piece of ID, like a driver's license or whatever. And I don't have a driver's license.
To get a lotto ticket?
Yeah, to get a lotto ticket. I was carded by one of the staff over at Jean Coutu on behind, I guess near my house, behind Regina and Dollard, I guess.
Was it just the one time? Or?
Just the one time, but still it kind of bothered me that they asked me for my Medicare card, and I went in like within like the next 5 minutes, and I went to go bring them my Medicare card. And
did they say why they needed it?
They just wanted to check my age to make sure that I was of age to buy my grandmother's lottery ticket. But that was like the last time. Like ever since then, they never carded me.
Was the clerk very young, or?
It's because I look very young. I'm 38, but I don't look it.
Interesting. So that must have been
that felt like that I was being judged, like right there on the spot, like having to bring my Medicare right to them, within like the next 5 minutes, and you're this age, okay, now we believe you, like Medicare, you should have believed you.
I have a hard time believing that under the Privacy Act, that a clerk at a store has the right to look at your Medicare card.
I know, but I guess
Did they actually ask for the medical card?
Yeah, they asked for it. And I put it right in front of the counter, and I said, here, I'm 38,
because that's very personal, confidential information.
I guess they gotta ask people, because nowadays they don't card everybody, so I guess now they're starting to card, which is good, but in a way it's kind of judgmental too, because not everybody likes to reveal their age.
I don't think anyone has the right to look at your medical card but a medical clinic.
No, it's at Jean Coutu, the pharmacy, the actual pharmacy.
But at the lotto counter.
Yeah.
So that's not a pharmacist. That's just a clerk.
Okay.
Cashier. I can't see how a cashier would have the right to look at something as confidential as your medical card, and I find that of concern.
Well, they asked me for it, so I gave it right to them the next 5 minutes. I'm like, here, I'm 38, I'll be 39.
You can say no to that.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. I would never show my medical card to anyone but at a medical clinic or to a pharmacist.
Okay.
That's very private. Yeah. So Natasha.
And everywhere I go, in case I ever have an accident, I bring my Medicare card. I bring my hospital cards. I bring like my library card, which has my picture and whatever information.
In case you're in an accident, in case you need medical care. That's exactly what it's for. You're right.
Yeah.
Natasha, thank you very much.
I've been through all kinds of challenges.
Oh, yes, you have.
I mean,
lot of
even
people making
people, a lot of
judgments.
people who can't read or write, they learn how to read and write with all kinds of teachers that really take the time to teach people how to do math, read, write, use computers, use the telephone. They take the time to reach out to you and show you what kind of programs you can be in, what kind of programs you should be in. Like,
And for you, that
and
didn't
for
happen?
me, when I was at the Wellington Center, I was always answering the phone, so they gave me a chance to do volunteer work. And that worked out a lot of help for them because they really needed it. They didn't have any secretaries in the morning, so I took over in the morning and
But
I
were other
answered the
people
phone.
getting training instead?
Other people were on a pass action where me it was voluntary, so they gave me the chance to do voluntary if I didn't want to do a
It
pass
was like a
action.
training?
Yeah, it was like a training.
So like a receptionist
Yeah,
training?
yeah,
Oh,
a
okay,
receptionist
okay.
training.
Did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed that very much,
Okay.
and I also helped out with the art de l'amour de art or whatever
know.
for the volunteer position for
Okay.
the art exhibit.
And you
I
enjoyed
did
that?
I enjoyed that. I used to be in the art class with Elmina Bouchard at the Wellington, but now I take over here. Well, not take over, but you know what I mean. I do
You take the classes over here.
my classes here.
Well,
And
I'm really glad
I
to
also
hear
do
that.
gardening. I love my gardening, and so far everything is going well, and I enjoy my
Natasha,
time here.
I'm so glad to hear that, and thank you for speaking with me today.
You're welcome.